I'm delighted to say we are joined now by Dillian Whyte and Richard Riakporhe. Very good afternoon to you both, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. Now, Dillian, I'll start with you. 2019, a tough old year for you, but it must have been so pleasing to end on a positive note with that win over Mariusvak.
Yeah, it is up and down year. Won the WBC World Championship also, as well as ups and downs, and then had a long layoff, and then beat Mariusvak is a very, very experienced campaigner. Obviously it wasn't the best place physically and mentally, but I got the job done, and obviously it showed that even though I was 2 stones overweight here, I still had a lot of drive and a lot of desire, and I won 9 out of 10 rounds.
Yeah, it was a good performance.
Yeah, it was an aggressive one. But
yeah, but I suppose after the year you've had, there was just a sense of relief to get through the fight, to win it. Just tell us a little bit about what it was like, because we know it was a tough old year, and there's a lot of talk, isn't there, about mental well-being and mental health. When you're in a situation like that, how difficult?
You're on the top of the world, you get knocked off because of some nonsense, but it's hard. But I'm a very, very mentally and physically tough person. Even though I'm like that by nature, it was still difficult, very difficult, but I had a lot of good people around me who helped me, and I had a lot of people who believed in me, and and they helped me to get through it. And then obviously I used the gym as a bit of a distraction, and my dogs as well, and kids and stuff, so yeah.
What dogs have you got?
I got 3 dogs, 3 mastiffs. I got 3 big dogs, yeah.
And they're pretty loyal dogs, right?
Yeah, of course, I love dogs more than people.
Yeah.
I love dogs more than people,
Well, sadly, you haven't brought them in with you, but you have brought in some other props for us, some Christmas presents. I mean, you've got there Deontay Wilder's WBC belt, sort of identical replica of. So this is to...
It's the same. They just made 2 of them. It's the same. So it's the same belt.
Right. Okay.
They just made 2 of them.
Why did they make 2? Why did they? I thought it was only just
they
one.
They know I should rightfully be WBC.
Right. Okay. Okay. But this is the thing, isn't it? That you are the mandatory challenger. But where are we at in terms of a world title fight being lined up, Dylan?
Deontay Whyte still being a coward and still running, as usual, I've been #1 challenger for 800 days, and I'm still #1 challenger. And rightly so. I fought more top 15 and top 10 opponent than he done as a champion. Obviously, decent, he's a good champion. He's got punch power, as we just see there. But, Luis Ortiz is 1,000,000 years old,
Well, look, he's. We can see what he can do, but let's bring in Richard now then. And Richard, you're being managed by Dillian at the moment, and how important is it to have that kind of guidance for you, to have someone like Dillian who's been there and done it at this stage in your career, and just tell us how valuable that's been.
I think it's so important. Like I count myself as a very blessed individual to have somebody in the boxing industry, and that's also competing at the highest level, to be able to give me the advice that that would do me greatly, jumping in the ring. I've seen him. I've been in a back room with him when he's preparing for his fights, headlining shows on Sky pay-per-view. So it's kind of prepared me for what's to come in the future. So when I had my fight on the 19th of December for the British title, it's like I already knew what to expect. I knew how it was going to be. I knew about how the referees and everybody would come into the room and give me some instructions, and just the basic kind of,
Oh, so this is the fight itself. I mean, tell us a little bit about it, because it is one of the titles you've brought in.
Yeah.
But you took a little bit of damage to your hand, didn't you? So tell us about that. And
took a little bit of damage, just damaged some dislocated metacarpals. And,
a little bit?
Listen, I want to show Jack Massey a lot of respect. I don't really like to bring up, these injuries, because at the end of the day, boxing is boxing. It comes with a package. You're going to get injured and stuff, and you just have to continue fighting on and move on.
And Dillian, from your perspective, it's not often you see someone who's in the height of their career taking someone under their arm and looking after them. How important is it for you to be guiding someone like Richard at this stage?
It is very important, because when I was coming up, I helped a lot of people out, training, aspiring, preparing for a big fight. No one helped me. And when I was coming, I see all these guys, they was helping me prepare for a fight. I was in the gym, there was good fighters, but no one wasn't giving them the break. So I said to myself, you know what? I want to be different from these guys. I want to, because a lot of guys are scared to be the attention is on them. I'm not like that, you know. I want to help these guys. I want to give these guys opportunity, you know. And every time I fought, I put my own fighters on the undercards as well. I manage him. I have a few other guys. I have Richard, Alan Babbage, Fabio Wardley, Pesta, Chris Congo. There's a few more guys. So I wanted to give them an opportunity for them to take part in the big shows as well and get the experience, like Richard say. For his last fight was a main event, but because he'd been fighting on my undercards and been to the press conference with me, been in camp sparring, it prepped him and built him. So he was well ahead of where he should have been, you know, considering the amount of fights
it's great to have that stable, isn't it?
Yes.
All those positive influences all working together. We're a little bit short on time. We've got about 30 seconds left, Dillian, but we've got Wilder Fury in February. We've got Anthony Joshua, who's got his belts back as well. So what is your take on 2020, the year ahead? Just tell us very briefly what you expect to see.
You know, firstly, I want to fight 3 times this year, you know, pending injuries. But I think this year's going to be a good year. Unfortunately, we're not going to see an undisputed fight this year, which is a bit of a shame. And at least we got Wilder Fury rematch. So let's see how it goes, and let's see what Joshua does next. You know, but I'm up for fighting all of them. I've been trying to fight all of them. My name has been mixed with all of them.
Well,
you know,
hopefully we get pen on paper fairly soon. It's an absolute pleasure to speak to you both. Thank you so much, Dillian. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great to see you both.